attempted murder for allegedly shooting at this man from his car, 43-year-old Harry Goulart of San Martin. Goulart is charged with molesting Velasquez's close family member at the San Martin daycare center. But at this time, Goulart is out on his own recognizance, meaning no bail, and that angers dozens of people who showed up to support Velasquez in court. It was also topic number one for Velasquez's lawyer, Mark Garagos.
Father was not consulted when they released the perpetrator back into the public with $0 bail, yet they're holding Cain on no bail. This is why people are disgusted, and rightfully so, with the criminal justice system.
The DA says the judge released Goulart over prosecutors' objections. This is exclusive video showing part of that car chase between Velasquez and the Goulart family. During the chase, Goulart's stepfather was struck and injured by gunfire. Police say Velasquez was armed with a .40 caliber handgun, and court records show police seized at least one other gun from Velasquez's home on Monday, along with ammunition. Today, his attorney.
So Joe Rogan comes out in support of his buddy Cain Velasquez after Cain Velasquez allegedly shoots at a man that was abusing his daughter, which I actually agree with Joe Rogan. He said, I think he should have pulled that guy out of the car and beat him to death with his fists. Now, let me think about that for a second, because, I'm all for it, but at the same time, I honestly don't think we should be taking the law into our own hands. But I honestly do believe that most of these people that say that they would kill this person that abused their child, none of those people are serious. None of those people are actually gonna do that when shit hits the fan. Cain did it, but Cain's a fighter. Cain's a different person. Cain's a monster. But law-abiding citizens, everyday people, they're not going to do anything to that person. The only thing they would really do is call the police, or, they would not take matters into their own hands. For example, me, I was abused in my childhood, but nobody did anything for me. I mean, it was, and I'm very open about that stuff, so it's not really like a secret to me. I think I'm very open about it, and it is something that I do kind of grapple with from time to time, but I guess at this point it's kind of just a distant memory that's kind of faded into oblivion. But in my personal experience, nobody did anything for me. I mean, I was an 11-year-old kid getting abused by my steppy, and moving past that, it's interesting to see how Cain handled the situation. Now, do I think that he should have done it? Do I think he was right? Do I think he was wrong? Do I think that he was justified? Well, I'm not going to say that he was justified, but I'm not going to say that he was wrong what he did. So I don't really know how to feel about that situation. And Joe Rogan, he's the biggest podcast guy on the planet, gets millions of views every episode. Rogan is he talks about things that he doesn't really know anything about. Like, for example, when you look at the COVID thing, he gave people advice to not get the vaccine, and then millions of people died as a result, because now if you don't get the vaccine, you're putting other people at risk, because those are the people that are maybe, have vulnerabilities, obese people, pregnant women, older people that are elderly, people with pre-existing conditions. But Rogan doesn't care about any of that. That doesn't matter to him. He doesn't care about any of that stuff. That doesn't matter. That's not important. What's important is that I keep getting podcast views and I keep riding this wave until it dies out. I mean, let's be real. Rogan's never going to run out of money. He's a millionaire. He's a gazillionaire. He's not a billionaire yet. But what? I don't think that deal, the Spotify deal, was $100 million, honestly. I think that deal was probably $200 million or something like that. It was not. It's really not $100 million. It's probably more than that. You're never gonna know the ins and outs of that deal. It's crazy how he's celebrated. Crazy how he's celebrated and put to the forefront. And guys like Brendan Shaw are able to have a platform. He doesn't even know how to find out 10% of a million. He thinks 10% of a million is one. Let's put that into perspective. Rogan, I mean, the guy's not, he's really not that good at what he does. I guess he's talented at commentary, but when you look at the commentary for the Jan Blachowicz and Israel Adesanya fight, it was kind of scuffed. He was biased. He didn't give the right commentary. He was just kind of overselling Israel Adesanya's performance and underselling Jan Blachowicz's performance. Kind of interesting there, isn't it? Isn't that like an interesting take? Going back to the Cain Velasquez problem. Now, apparently he's going to be sentenced to... we don't know what he's going to be sentenced to, but apparently he's in jail now because he tried to kill somebody, which, honestly, he did do something bad, but at the same time, the person that he was shooting at did something even worse. And honestly, he's gonna lose his whole life now over this, which I'm telling you guys, people say this. They always say, "Oh, I'm gonna do something about it if someone does something to my child." Like, they're not gonna do anything. More often than not, it's just all talk. All talk. It's all talk. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's all talk. Apparently, it was 100 times that he molested his daughter, which is pretty crazy to me, to be honest. Let's think about it a little bit more. Let's go deeper. The simplistic way to view the situation would be to say that the pedophile should die, and Cain Velasquez was right to kill him or shoot at him. That's the simplistic view. Let's go a little bit deeper. Now, what does the law say? He shot at a guy, which means that's attempted murder, which means that's a pretty hefty sentence. And then if you contrast that to what the guy did, the guy allegedly molested his daughter. So most people that look at that situation, they're gonna be like, okay. Most people that look at that situation are gonna be like, okay, he was right for doing that. Which, I can understand that perspective, but just think about it like this: that would mean chaos. That's a vigilante situation. Now, I don't think he should be prosecuted for it though, because it's a sketchy line, man. It's really a sketchy line, because maybe the alleged pedophile is gonna be reformed or something like that, or well, I don't know. I haven't really heard of that many reformed pedophiles, to be honest. Like, what's the percentage? Most of them do the same shit when they get out of prison. So, it's a slippery slope, man. It's a slippery slope. But yes, that guy that did that, he needs to be on a register. He needs to be ostracized. Not completely, because, but he needs to have some type of consequence for that. That's despicable that he did that, in my opinion. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate all of you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe and like, and I'm out. Peace.